Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another video. I hope you're all well. Another strange week. Strange things still happening in the world. Thoughts going out to all those affected by it. I just hope you're all managing to maintain a smile and keep positive thoughts. Decided to go ahead with the Q&A. I did ask some questions on my social media, so for those that got back in touch with me, thank you so much. I thought it would make this video more interesting than me just reeling off questions if I feature some questions from you lovely people. If you did ask a question, or if you're interested to see what questions people ask me, you're gonna have to stick around to the end of the video because they'll be featured at the end. See what I did there? Anyway, Q&A. I have got my laptop here, so if I do keep looking down, it's because I'm reading the questions. I've not prepped any answers, so they could be wordy. I'm also gonna try and edit the text. That come up, go on future Dom, put it in the video. First question, what made you want to work on ships? So I went to music college. I want to be working in the West End, as some of you may be aware. If you're not, that's the goal. But when I left college, didn't really know how I could go from stacking shelves to music career. A few friends of mine have worked on ships. My dad used to work on ships when I was a kid, so I knew there's work out there for musicians and entertainers on board a boat. It just seemed like a good way to make some money and get to play guitar every night. And I got to play guitar every night and I made some money, so ticked them off, didn't I? Just so you're aware, and if you're new to the channel, I have worked on the Pride of Rotterdam and the Pride of Hull. They're more of a ferry than a cruise ship, but it's still a cruise ship vibe to it. Next question, how did you get the work? To go back to the very beginning, I basically googled cruise ship musician, a guy called David Kohler, who, if you don't know and you are interested in ships, then check out some of his videos. They're a few years old now, but they helped me out massively. He said about agencies, so I did a bit of research and I found some agencies. I applied to a few, got auditions with some, didn't get auditions with others. It is tough, it is, and you've got to have a decent show reel. It doesn't have to be anything too flashy, I found, just like standard function stuff if that's what you're going into. I made a show reel, so my 2019 show reel, which is still on the channel. You can find that video, I'll link it up here. I created that. I then emailed that off to companies. Some companies have application forms, others just have messages. The agency I found, Surrounding Music Management, operate through their website. Their website will be linked below because it might be helpful for any of you that are looking to work on boats. Check them guys out, they're really cool. It's run by Nikki and Jack and they're nice people, so why not work with them? I found them on Star Now. They got back in touch with me, organised an audition like nearly a year ago now. It's a long time. And they seem to like me, so, well, they must like me, they gave me the job. So agencies is how I got the work. I could talk about it more if you wanted. I could give audition tips, maybe. I've failed a few auditions in my time, so it might be helpful for those guys that want to know what not to do and what to try and do. Comment down below and let me know if you would like an extended video on that topic. The question that I had before I went on the boats was, what do I need? I didn't actually know this up until being offered the contract. It was required, and it's required on most ships, to have an ENG1 certificate. An ENG1 is a kind of health certificate to show that I'm healthy, that I'm fit and healthy. I mean, I'm definitely not fit. You don't have to do any treadmill running, which is cool because I wouldn't have lasted. You basically have to book with a specialist doctor in the country. There's only a few, there is a list of them online. So if you're looking at ships, just bear that in mind, and there can be quite a long wait time. I managed to book an appointment within like a week of itself, but that's because they'd had a cancellation. I'm down Brighton Way, and the person that's just outside of Brighton that does them, they had like a 2-month waiting list. So I had to drive up to Guildford and get one done up there. Just be wary that you may have to travel. They do eyesight, hearing test, height and weight check. Height, I'm short, okay. One of my mates will comment being like, oh, what's your height? I'm not sure, I'm 5'8", it's not that short. They check for hernias, which isn't comfortable, and they just push at the bottom of your stomach. They listen to your heart, urine sample, just to make sure I'm not carrying any illnesses. I think that's everything. If you want any more info, again, like any of these questions, if you want some more info, comment down below and I will drag out a longer answer for you. Next question. These questions I've come up with because one, there was things that I wanted to know, and two, it seems to be common talks on other Q&As. So yeah, how was it for you as a musician? And it kind of ties into the next question, which is, were the other staff welcoming? Now, I say that because on certain boats, musicians I mean, on all boats, musicians don't have to do as much as the other staff. We didn't ask for it to be that way, it just seems to be that way. A lot of the staff on the boats will be serving, so waiters, waitresses, chefs, bar staff, all that kind of stuff during the evening, and then during the day they will be cleaning cabins. With a musician, you literally work on the boats that I worked on, you literally work your shift in the evening. So bear that in mind. Some staff members may find you're kind of taking the mick. Boats that I did, lots of staff were very welcoming. I've heard on the bigger ships sometimes the staff are a bit reluctant to talk to musicians. Next question, what were the cabins like? Check out my cabin tour video. That'll show you what the cabin is like on the Pride of Hull and Rotterdam boats, because both boats are pretty much the same, so the cabins are the same. Except that is staff cabins, that's not passenger cabins. So if you're watching this and you're going on the boat as a passenger, you won't be staying in the same place that I stayed. Some of the rooms even have minibars. If you get the option to upgrade, I'd highly recommend it. A lot of passengers told me that it was cheaper to upgrade than it was to buy that amount of drinks at the bar, so clever thinking. What last? What did I take? I only took one guitar. First contract was fine. There was 2 songs that were in drop tunings, and that was a bit of a nuisance. 2 guitars would have been easier because then I could have had one dropped a half step down. We did Switch On Mine and Mr. Brightside. Dropping down to Switch On Mine, tuning quickly on a Squire Strat, and because of the bridge, it moves up and down with string tension. So if I'm tuning the whole guitar down, that's moving that bridge, and as that is moving, that is detuning it more. You ever see someone with a whammy bar, what they're doing is they're having the note in tune, bending it out of tune, and bending it back into tune. They're changing the pitch of the note. That's how whammy bars, tremolo bars, any of that stuff works. So 2 guitars would have been helpful. Fast forward to the second ship, my guitar broke about 3 nights in. We was on our way from England to Rotterdam, which was a nightmare. The signal just cut out. Luckily, the bass player also brought a guitar because he was trying to learn guitar. So cheers Billy for saving my life. But for a few nights I had to borrow his guitar. Well, basically to finish that night and to get us home. I found a luthier in Hull. If anyone is in Hull and needs a luthier, it's called Paddy's Music. I basically gave him a call and explained to him what I was doing. Super nice guy, literally dropped the guitar off. A couple of hours later, picked it up. For anyone wondering, I had to get all the wiring resoldered. Yeah, that was the guitar. I took my Black Star ID60 head. I'm going to do a gear breakdown. I had a comment from Dean. Shout out Dean, talking about what videos I should do, and he said a tone video. I'm going to run through my gear so you guys can hear it, but I use a Black Star ID60. It was kind of an amp that I've had since I was in college, and it's done me well. It does clean and it does the dirtier, heavy stuff, so well done Black Star. Lastly, pedal board. I'm not going to run through the pedal board. There's the photo of it. But yeah, you can see the pedal board. We'll run through it in the tone video. One thing I did purchase for the ships in particular was this DI box and a spare guitar cable just in case. Also an iPad for charts that I've made and stuff like that. I don't know how long this video is. Luckily, I wasn't asked too many questions, which it's sad, guys. I would have liked some more ship questions. I'm always willing to answer them though, so if you do have any questions at any point with anything that I'm doing or what I'm up to, just drop them comments down below. And if it's worth making a video for your answer, you'll get a video made for your answer. And a shout out. So, I digress. It's a good word. Stephen, who's the boss? Stephen's the boss. He was a guitarist when I did my week on board as an Nets manager. He's a boss man. One question come from someone that I met on the boat, which is kind of cool. A passenger on board called Natalie. So the question was, who were your fave guests on board? And for the Pride of Rotterdam, I'd have to say it was you guys. So Natalie, Amelia, Jack and Stephen, or Steve. Funny story, one of the guys, and I can't remember which one of them had the said toilet roll, but they were trying to flog toilet roll. Which is funny when you look back on it because of the current situation with toilet roll in the world. He was flogging it way before it was popular. Just you guys, you actually made my night that night. It was a funny evening. And I hope you all enjoyed your time in Amsterdam and are enjoying life back in England. Next question, and last but not least, Harry. He asked, who chooses the set list? How were the songs presented to you? I.e., did you get given a chance? Firstly, who chooses the set list? My agent provided the set list. Nikki at our agency, she also wrote out like set 1, set 2, set 3, set 4 for night 1 and then for night 2. And then basically over the month whilst you're on board, the set list can be adjusted so you can move songs or stuff like that. But yeah, the agency gave us the set list. For the next part of your question, how were the songs presented to you? So, some people that work on ships or are interested in ships will know musicians get given charts, or sheet music, or sometimes you just have to remember the songs. For this ship, it is a case of you have to remember the songs, you learn them in your own time. You can make charts, you can use iPads. For my first ship, I used a laptop to the left of me, and then I used my iPad. I basically invested into an iPad because of the ships, and I made some makeshift charts, which I'm thinking of doing a video of how I make the charts, because people do ask me, and when they see them, they're cool things. They're really easy to do. It's just like a jazz lead sheet for anyone that knows that sort of thing. I may do a video of it. If you'd like to see that, let me know. And OFerries, they don't really like you having sheets of paper. They much prefer it on an iPad because it looks sleeker. Boat's rocking as well, paper moves. You don't want any of that. Get an iPad stand if that is something you're interested in. If you're really good at remembering songs, then just try and learn them. At the end of the day, if you know a song off by heart, you can play it better because you haven't got to be concentrating on a tablet. I like to have a tablet because it makes me feel safe. But I'm currently in a theatre playing job, so I'm used to having charts, and I'm used to having books, and I'm used to having notes of music in front of me. Even if I don't always need them, it's just nice to have that kind of reminder, because in one section you might want to rip a solo, and then you come out of that solo and you're like, crap, what's the next chord? Like, charts are handy. I think that's all the questions. Let me check. We've gained a subscriber, so hello new subscriber. For those who follow me on social media, I've gone up to, I'm now at 66, you know. Playing with the big boys. The channel's like grown really quickly over the past like month, in comparison to the past like couple of years I've had the channel and not really uploaded. Now I'm uploaded and it's actually moving forward, which is kind of cool and makes me want to make more videos. I had a guy called Tim say awesome content. I loved it. Cheers, Tim. Glad you enjoyed it. A girl called Maddie comment on my cabin tour video saying they was on board the ship. That was really cool. They found me on Instagram and they sent me a video of me playing, because they actually were on the boat whilst I was part of the band on board, which is very cool. All questions have been answered. If you had any questions and you want them answering, drop comments down below. Hit that like button if you liked this video, and press subscribe if you'd like to see more content. Again, another week, another video. We're getting there. That's a whole month of weekly uploads. ASMR clap for everyone. Chris Howe fans will get that. I watch a lot of YouTube. Anyway, yeah, peace out guys. I hope you enjoy your week, and I will see you next week for another video. Peace. Cheers for checking it out. Bye. Which is